I got into cosplay for the first time when I was 12 years old. My first cosplay I bought online, and it was Kagagara from Fruits Basket. It was about a foot longer than it should have been, and I wore tennis shoes, my own natural hair that was about 5 inches shorter than hers, and none of the props. And that was my start, and it was the most fun I'd ever had in my life. So the next year I decided I wanted to make my own costume. So little 13-year-old me went to Joann Fabrics and bought 5 yards of pink calico and 4 yards of white. And I was going to make CL's dress from Black Butler with only that, a $50 sewing machine from Walmart, and a hot glue gun. I think we can all see where this is going. The bodice laced up in the back with ribbon, and it went through holes that I had just cut into the fabric with a pair of scissors. The front, because I had this very heavy plastic rose, not even like one of the fake rose flowers, no. This thing was like 50% plastic and then just fabric on the ends that I had just cut off with wire cutters and glued right here. It wanted to sag the whole time, so I had it pinned up to my bra straps. In the hoop skirt, I cut off of a kid's Halloween costume and then just covered in the white tulle, once again using hot glue because I didn't have the sewing skills. I also didn't have a dress form at the time, so all of this was pinned on me in my room, in my sports bra, and a pair of shorts. Hot glue covered this thing. It was a disaster. It fell apart several times during the convention and needed to be repaired in the bathroom. For my second cosplay, I still didn't know how wigs worked, so I just took my, about as long as it is right now, hair and just put it in little low ponytails. And I bought a top hat offline. It was like bright hot pink. I think I actually still have it. And I just glued roses and the fabric to it to make the bow and just tied it on my head. And it didn't cover my eye. I didn't wear it most of the day either. I think I only actually wore the hat for probably about an hour because it was covered inside with hot glue, which isn't exactly comfortable. I do still have it. You can see the roses that have survived to this day. This hat is also a men's hat, so it's very big. You can see the remnants of the hot glue, and you can see the literal ribbon that I thought looked good to tie this on. You can see the attempt at the bow in the back, and you can see the god-awful color. Dollar store roses and cheap fabric made up that whole dress, but I'd never been more proud of anything in my life than that dress that day. I wore it the whole weekend. It was the only cosplay I had, and it was the only one I wore. I had on knee-high black boots, like rain boots, and purple shorts underneath it. I needed 2 people to help me get into it every day because I couldn't lace it up myself, and it was so fragile and breakable that I needed somebody to help hot glue various things onto me every morning. And when I wanted to go to the bathroom, I needed help getting out of it. Because rather than just making a dress and a hoop skirt, I made what was supposed to be a lace-up corset top and an apron-like skirt that literally tied over top of it in a bow. And I was so proud. The first time somebody asked for a picture of me, I knew I was hooked. And I knew I'd found something that would always be a great passion of mine. It was awful to look at in retrospect, and I know that now. But I think everybody's first try at something is. And I was very ambitious, you have to give me that. I did my best to make that ball gown as perfect as I could. But God, was it awful. And like I said, I wore it that whole day. And every person that asked for a picture, every person that gave me a compliment, every person that even looked at it, I was so proud. I thought I could have won that cosplay contest that day. I thought if I would have entered, I would have gotten first place, best in show in the Masters division for sure. because this was just the greatest thing that have ever been made. Because I was so proud. I was 12 years old, and I thought that this was the best that I could do. And it was the best that I could do at the time, but I didn't realize how much room I had to grow and improve. And in the years since then, cosplay has become something so important to me that I can't imagine not doing it now.